yeah, so it was Eloise ASMR. So go check out her video. I am not gonna link it down below because I don't know like what video it is, but I'm gonna try to find it. So yeah. Thank you so much for watching / clicking on this video. And yeah, so let's just go ahead and get started. Let me see if I can find. Oh my gosh, wait. I actually love her. I didn't recognize her name for some reason. But I'm obsessed with her channel. So I will link her video down below. If I can find it, but I will link her. Yeah, I found it. Okay, I will link her video and channel down below because I love her so much. I've been subscribed to her since like I think her first video. I saw it and I loved it. She's amazing, so go check her out. This is inspired by her. By her. So yeah, let's just go ahead and get started. Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of talking in this video, so if you don't like talking, I'd recommend not watching. But the first one is called Children of Liar. A tragic tale of cursed children. Also, the lighting's really bad because it's like really dark out in my computer. That was my dog. And my computer is my light. My light. Okay, so King Liar, the ruler of the sea, was married to a beautiful and kind woman named Ava. They had 4 children, 3 sons and 1 daughter. Ava sadly died while giving birth to her 2 youngest twin boys. I'm gonna botch these names so bad. Furchaka and Cone. And King Liar married Ava's sister, Aviol, to ease his broken heart. Aviol became incredibly jealous of the time Liar was spending with his 4 children, so she plotted to use her magical powers to destroy the children. She knew that if she killed them, they would come back to haunt her forever. So she took them to a lake near the castle and turned them into swans, binding them to spend 900 in the lake. A fire told Liar that all the children had drowned, so he went to the lake to mourn for them. His daughter, Panayu, in her swan form, told him what had happened, and he banished Apayola, spending the rest of his days down by the lake with his children. The children spent their 900 years as swans, and were soon well known all across Ireland. One day they heard a bell toll, and knew their time under the spell was coming to an end. So they returned to a lake near their castle and met a priest who blessed them and transformed them back into their now elderly human bodies. That was actually a little bit dark in the beginning, but it turned out to be a good story. Sorry if you guys don't like this video, but why I have been gone. I did not mention this for some reason, but I fractured my leg. So I fractured my tibia, which is like the front of my knee, and I fractured it playing basketball. And this girl tripped me from behind, and like I fell and I hit it so hard, like just in the right spot, that I fractured it. So yeah, that's why I've been gone. So I apologize that I've been gone. But if my posting is like super irregular, that's because I'm going on spring break, and yeah, it's just kind of hard to film. So yeah, but sorry if there's background noise. It kind of sounds like buzzing in my ear, and I think it's the generator is super duper loud, so I apologize for that too. Okay, Ben's wife shoved him in a cradle with a couple of sheets over him. Ben's wife opened the door, saying, "Ben is away hunting deer in country Gary. Would you like to come in anyway and wait? I'll show you the great hall to sit down after your journey. Would you like to put your spear down next to Ben's?" she said, showing him a huge fire tree. Beer tree with a pointed stone at the top. "Over there's Ben's shield," she said, pointing to a block of building oak as big as 4 carrot wheels. Ben slaved for his meal. "Would you eat if I cook his favorite, Annika baked bread with iron inside it, so that when Benedict bit into it, he broke 3 of his front teeth. The meat was a strip of hard fat nailed to a block of red timber, so when Benedict bit in, he cracked his 2 back teeth. Would you like to say hello to the baby?" said Annika. She pointed him to a cradle in which Ben was hiding in, dressed in baby clothes. Annika then showed Ben into the garden, which was scattered with boulders as tall as giants. Ben and his friends play catch with these rocks. Ben practices throwing one over the fort, then running around to catch it before it falls. Bendover tried, but the boulder was so massive he could barely lift it above his head before dropping it. Feeling fearful, he said he could wait no longer, as he had to return to Scotland before the tide came in. Ben then leaped from the cradle and chased Bendover out of Ireland, digging a huge piece of earth out of the ground. Ben flung it at the Scot in the hole he made up with the water, becoming the biggest lagoon in Ireland. Lagoon Nia. The earth he threw missed Bendover and landed in the middle of the Irish Sea, becoming the Isle of Man. The Isle of Man. Both giants tore up the giant's causeway, leaving the stony paths at 2 shores, which you can still see today. Oh, I'm gonna have a hard time pronouncing this one. I'm just gonna move on to the next one because I really can't pronounce half the words in there, but I might go back to it. Okay, changelings. I am so sorry I'm saying all of these names wrong. I'm just kind of making them up at this point because I can't say them. I can't say them. Okay. A changeling is the offspring of a fairy. Irish stories, but the most famous one stars Ocelin, son of the mythology hero and leader of the Fauna Mac Kamahal. So that was just like an intro to the story. Ocelin was out hunting with Vienna one day and they noticed something rapidly moving across the ocean on a crest of a wave. Fearing an invasion, they hurried to the coast and prepared for battle, only to find the most beautiful woman of any of them ever seen galloping along the waves on a pristine white horse. She approached the men and introduced herself as Namaha, daughter of God of Sea. She said she traveled from land of Young. Many of the men feared her as they believed her to be a fairy woman. But Ozine, I think that's how I said it before, Ozine introduced himself. The two instantly fell in love and were inseparable for days on end, traveling around Connemara together. However, Namasa was bound to return to Land of Young, unable to bear leaving her beloved Ocelin. She invited him to come back with her. Ocelin was so in love he couldn't possibly refuse, and jumped on top of the white horse without much thought, leaving his family and fellow warriors behind. That got a little too bright, sorry. I didn't know it just burped. That was my throat. I don't know why I did that. Sorry, I'm just adjusting my tank top. Once they crossed over the sea to the remnant of land of Young, Ocelin received all of the gifts it was famous for: everlasting beauty, health, and of course the ultimate happiness with his new love. After a few months, however, he began to miss the family he left behind. The ever so caring Namaha gave him her horse so he could travel back to see them, but warned him not to touch the ground or he would become mortal again. This would make him not be able to make the journey back. Ocelin galloped across the water straight to his former home, only to find it empty. He searched for his fellow Benians too, but could find no one he knew. Eventually he came across 3 men attempting to move a great boulder down the road. He asked them where his people were, and they told him they all died many years ago. Realizing that time passes much slower in Land of the Young than on Earth, he had been packed away for centuries. Ocelin became disappointed. I don't know what that word says. He fell from his horse, hit the ground, and instantly aged into a bent-over old man, trapped in an unfamiliar land where he knew nobody and was unable to travel back to his love and the other Remelin. Poor Ocelin died of a broken heart soon after. His horse galloped back into the Land of the Young, where his wife Nama would soon learn that he is never coming back. Okay, that was a good one. Okay. I'm so tired. Okay. I am going to read one last one. It's called The Basket of Eggs. The Basket of Eggs. The Basket of Eggs. There was a woman who was on her way to the market, counting the price of her basket of eggs. If the eggs are up, she said, I'll be gaining a handful of silver, and evenly if prices be down, I'll not do too bad at all, for I have "You're a terribly, steadily insulted woman," he said to her. "I've never met your equal." "Go on with the chatting," she said. Then, as the hours went by, she began to bail out the eggs. "Stop breaking my eggs," she said, but then she looked back to see if any eggs were lying on the road. But when she turned her head, the leprechaun slipped from her grasp. He made one spring from the basket into a hedge, and he vanished from the place. "That wee lad fooled me," she said, "and all my eggs are destroyed. But he said I am the finest woman he's seen, and that's a really good thing to know." Okay, sorry, that was like such a bad story. I literally messed that up so much. I'm so sorry. Oh, Irish horses. These are cute. I want to see them up close. Here are the Irish horses.